Howdy folks, welcome to the 3D Sapiens Road Show. Your host Dan Davis here. Gotta be a little careful, I'm in my mosquito netting tent here without a great camera, but I need to do a follow-up on the bear thing because with apologies to Thin Lizzy, the bear was back in town and it's getting unbearable. Yeah, too many puns too, so I gotta stop. But anyway, so I'm going to start in the tent and I'm going to show you what happened last night, but here's the main thing. First of all, let me show you from yesterday. That's one claw right there, right? You can see that. And then, so that was there yesterday. I didn't even notice that until after I shot the video. By the way, this is Sunday, July 25th. Okay, so this happened last night, and I just put this patch because I've been through so many tents in my life that I've been saving the mosquito netting, because sometimes I put it around the car so I can sit in the car. Other times, like I said, it can come in handy here. So but he was coming in here after the trash, which is like right here. This was knocked over, but that was about it. Other than, and then this side here, the pole is all messed up anyway, so it tends to kind of fall a little bit sometimes, which is why I've got it tied up in a couple different places. But anyway, so all he got was the trash, and you can see it littered that way, and so we're going to walk that way. But I've been repacking all my food today, getting ready to like get rid of more trash and either put things in the car or on top of the car, because he seems to have he seems to still be kind of afraid of me. Now, a weird thing that happened. Now I need to sit right here. This is where I normally sit when I'm playing guitar. I'll put my book up here and my music book, and go through the book and play some songs for him. And one of the guys is sitting over that direction someplace, because I can hear him approaching, and I can hear the squirrels or whatever, the chipmunks, chickarees, whatever they are, Alvin, whoever, making noise. And so I think what happened is he came in from this side and he made a mess over here, but there was no Bigfoot anywhere near around. So he did his usual approach from this direction, I'm guessing. There was nothing here. I hadn't left anything here. This is since yesterday. So he was sitting here. I mean, there was nothing sitting here. He came in this direction. He still tried to chew out the plate, even though there was nothing on it. But I don't know where the rest of the bag of trash is. I'll have to go look for it. But so he came here, ripped this thing, and got in, and got the trash, and took off this direction. Then he's getting, or maybe it was a bigger one that has more courage. I don't know. But then he got this close to the car, because he did that. But I slept through all of that. Next thing I know, I hear this giant crash over this direction, because I had put the toilet thing over here. Now, luckily I'd cleaned it up yesterday, so there wasn't much in it. So it didn't take long cleaning up today. But and where I buried the other stuff was kind of that direction. So what I think happened is the bear was working his way this direction, and one of the Bigfoots is over there. And to either scare him off or to wake me up, I don't know. Like I said, I heard this loud crash, and if the bear can be that quiet that he can do all that and come over here and I'm not going to hear him, there's no reason he should have made all that noise. So I'm guessing one of the Bigfoots tried to wake me up, or the bear was getting too close for comfort, and Bigfoots definitely do not like bears. As I've mentioned in a video with the teddy bear, the teddy bear definitely got voted off the sharing site island. That poor thing suffered so much abuse, I finally realized they don't like bears. So I don't do anything with bears anymore. And see, here's part of the trash. Another thing that I forgot to mention yesterday, the day after, about 5 days ago, when I heard the dishes, which there's no dishes over there right now, but normally the dishes, dirty dishes are there. I just washed them today and so on, put them away. That night, like I said, I heard the noise and I said, "Hey bear," and I heard him brush past the tent and take off. So the next morning, whenever that was, I come out here And I go up to my usual Fresno Dome viewing sitting site, and I was sitting here, and next thing I know, I hear all this noise up a tree, and I think it was that big tree right next to where I saw him the first time. He had been up the tree. He had been treed. So what can tree a bear in the middle of the night when nothing else is around? No hunters, no hound dogs, no whatever. So my theory is, after he made that noise and woke me up and I said, "Hey bear," he took off, came up this way and saw one of the Bigfoots and basically went up the tree to escape them. So I don't know, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I can't think of anything else around here in the middle of the night that would tree a bear. I mean, if I had followed him, that's one thing, but I did not follow him. I didn't even get out of the car. Last night I did get out of the car because that crash, that whatever that log was, the noise over there, it was loud. And it reminded me very much of one of the last nights at Goat Meadow where the Bigfoots, I don't know what they did. I think they picked up a big log and just dropped it or something just to make a lot of noise, and it was right by the mosquito tent. I mean, it startled me because I was, like usual, just in the process of going to bed, getting undressed or whatever, getting in the car. That's when they usually do those kind of things. Right as I'm going into bed, or a couple minutes after I turn off the light, that's when they throw things on the car or tap the window or tap the hood or whatever that they've done before, because they've done a whole bunch of things. But anyway, so my theory, and I'm sticking with it, is that the night when the dishes were here, is he took off running, went around, and probably one of the Bigfoots was over there, because I've heard definitely 3 distinct directions towards evening time, because that's when I start playing, give them time to approach, you know, in the dark. So I wait till about after sundown before I really start playing. And so my theory is that he took off running, saw one of them over there, because again, I've seen one there, or I mean, I've heard the approaching noises and the scan, the small critter alarm network, doing their thing from that direction, and that direction. So I think the night of the dishes, he saw one over here, or maybe he ran up that way and saw the other one, and he went up a tree. Last night, he'd done all this, and he was working his way across the little meadow right there, and he was getting too close for comfort to the guy that was over there, and so the guy over there made a big crash noise, and the bear took off running. And I still have not seen any good tracks, bear tracks. The only thing I have seen, while I was sitting out here this morning, a deer came. First time I noticed him, he was like, I think, was over towards the end of that big log, so almost 100 yards away. But she approached, and if you can, let me see here. Hopefully I didn't walk on too many. There's some tracks right there. So this deer came this morning, and she was nibbling on some of these bushes here, and then eventually took off. But I've not seen any good bear prints yet, because there's just, I mean, mostly the ground's like this, and things like that you can't see good tracks. About the only thing you can see is where it gets pounded down, like where the Bigfoots create a trail, which, for example, right here, I'm seeing this whole area right here is kind of pounded down. But I don't know, it's still too early, because this whole area is just, look at all this down stuff. Anyway, so that's the latest news that I can bear to tell you regarding bears and Bigfoots. So things are getting interesting, and tonight I'm going to try putting trash and food and whatever either on top of the car or in the car or whatever, and hopefully that'll solve the problem, because I don't know how desperate this bear is. So it should be interesting. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Au revoir.